Goodness, I'm so sorry, everybody. Heaven's sakes alive.
Hey, shipheads, it's Valentine's Day. And you know what that means in the coop. I have no idea what that means in the coop. I'm not even sure what goes on in the coop. I'm not even sure what we do. Are we a cruise show? Do we talk about lawn care? I just don't know. But what I do know, that it's Valentine's Day. So you should love the one you're with. And if you can't, fuck off!
The Ship Show. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right, can they hear? Yeah, they gotta.
I can hear you.
Okay. Well, I don't know if they can hear me or if there's an echo or.
You sound great to me.
Yeah, well, listen, man. I could wax poetic about all kinds of things that are happening, but I'm not going to. Well, I'm
How's
gonna
the
tell
audio
you
going
this.
out there? Yeah.
I'll say this. My computer just decided out of nowhere that it was just going to say, you know what? You're no longer allowed to open up Streamlabs. And I was like, I don't know. Can you guys still hear me? Oh, God, please tell me you can. Can I still hear Larry?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right.
I don't know if they can hear me, though. How about me? Can you hear down here in Ship Show South Studio?
All right, they can hear me. Okay. All right, good. All right, so my computer just took a whole crap. I couldn't open anything. I couldn't open Messenger. I couldn't open any of my programs after this Windows update, right, Larry? I just couldn't.
I hear you.
And I was like, this is some BS, man. And essentially, I messed around with it for 4 hours. And mind you, I was so stinking daggone freaking ready for this. The intro was done yesterday, all of it. Except for just I had to plop in Paul's video. That was it. And everything else was done. And I was going to work on some little fun stuff. And then I couldn't get it fixed. I'm going to have to reinstall Windows again. And that's a whole nother thing. We're doing this live stream on my laptop right now. Go. I'm literally live on my laptop. I've never done that before. No, it's not old. Crazy Cat Traveler. It's awesome. But it's, knock it off. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Okay?
No.
It's I just don't know what to tell you. I everything I touch turns to poop on a plate, shit on a shingle. I don't know, Larry. It's just I can't seem to ever.
Hey, that's what my dad said they used to feed him in the Army.
Well, listen, man. I'm here to tell you. Let me turn this a little bit just so I can get over here a little bit more. I feel too far away or too close to you. I mean, it is Valentine's Day. I should be close, but it's probably better. But anyhow, I digress. We're here now. The majority of the problems have been solved. Everyone missed the big fart explosion in the... Yes, I'm cursed, Larry. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's a very nice thing to say. No, I'm just kidding.
Riding with Larry. How the hell are you?
He's over here telling me I'm cursed and I already know it. But I don't need to be reminded of it. Because I am cursed. But it doesn't stop me from trying. So, Larry.
Wow. Better late than never, right?
First of all, let me say happy Valentine's Day to everyone in the coop. Hopefully, if you haven't gotten to know your significant other a little closer this afternoon, maybe a little bit later you will. And if you don't, remember what was it Credence that said, if you can't be with the one you love the one you're with. So self-love is a good love sometimes, is all I'm going to say. But happy Valentine's, one and all. Now,
yes.
However we get you, we don't mind. Just happy to have a live. Thank you, John and Diamond. It could be that I got this Malort bourbon. From the makers of Malort, I've got Jepson's bourbon. Now, my expectations are lower than... they're as low as possible. But I'm going to try this.
All right, what do you think of this bourbon that I was given as a gift?
Well, I guarantee it's better than what I got.
How much was that?
Hold
on, I got to get mine open.
This is $29.
Okay, this was half the price.
Oh.
Ready for this? Ready? Okay. We're going neat, right?
Yeah, this is a twist cap.
Wait.
Okay?
It's a twister. It doesn't even have a cork.
No, and you know
Did
what?
you already try it?
No, I did not. Look, it's...
All right, I'm going neat.
I'm going to throw up.
I'm going neat.
I'm going to throw up. I just... the smell of it.
This smells like something you put on an open cut, like that.
Dang it, Larry.
That reddish orange crap my mother used to put on my cuts.
I can't...
Curacao.
I can't get it neat because I already had ice in the glass and it's frozen in the bottom. But
all right, I got it neat and I got a beer chaser already.
Oh, so do I. I'm ready for this. This is going to taste like wide open butthole.
This is McFarland's Reserve Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It's handcrafted bourbon.
And it's reserve, mind you.
Oh, boy. 90 proof. So
this is 100 proof.
Ooh.
What an amazing Valentine's Day gift watching John hurl. Yes. And by the way, before I do this, I just want to say mahalo to Lindy Lou. She's probably sitting there having a luau with some people too. Get. Lindy's coming at us live from Hawaii. All right. There can be no more procrastination. Okay. All right.
Not that bad, huh?
That was much ado about nothing.
Yeah, you didn't even reach for your chaser.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. I'm going to fill up the glass. I only filled up a little bit in case I needed some of the Fighting Cock bourbon back here in the background.
That's good bourbon.
Yes. But
I've had that at my son's restaurant. All right, I'm going to give this MR a little neat. Here we go. Wait, first I'm supposed to do the nose. It smells like rubbing alcohol. I gotta tell you, it's not all that bad. I get a little bit of vanilla to it. I'm picking up a lot more though. It's not that bad. It's not. I came prepared that if I wanted another, I would like add a Coke Zero and use it as a mixer. But It was not that bad.
Okay.
It was better than I thought.
Okay. Upon second sip,
Not as good.
I gotta say, it tastes like locally made Michigan bourbon. It's too medicine-y. I'm sorry. I wasted that pour. I'm done. I'm out. I'm getting some fighting cock. Hold on.
Well, everybody, I'm sorry we're late. We were like, I was sitting here at my desk at 7:00. I mean, an hour beforehand, he was texting me saying he was having issues, and I apologize, but I do appreciate everybody sticking with us.
All right, we'll try the fighting spirit.
We got some fun stuff lined up for tonight.
Cock of the walk, as they say.
I've had that. That's pretty good stuff. How much was that?
We got another twisty. Yes.
God, that's why I always like when you buy a bottle of wine, it twists off like.
They smell identical. They smell identical.
They were next to each other on the shelf. Come on.
Okay, listen. I'm just gonna have to do this. What happened? What did I miss? Everyone's saying we understand.
I said that we were all prepared to be not even early, but even a little on time, and you had issues with your laptop and everything. So I just apologize to them, but I thank them all for hanging with us on this Valentine's Day, and I appreciate it. It's very nice to be here. We had the biggest problem that my audio wasn't coming through, and I was like, "Oh, please, God, don't let this be on my end."
It wasn't on your end, Larry.
After him working on it for an hour, like if it had been on my end, he'd like reached through the laptop and strangled me.
No, it was absolutely not on your end. I can tell you that. It was my computer. It wasn't routing the audio correctly, and interestingly enough, after a half an hour of fiddle clucking with all the things, I just said, "Screw it, I'm restarting." And then all of a sudden, like a
finally worked, right?
Like an angel from on high, it started working. But I see Leonardo DiGimio is here. Leonardo DiGimio.
Oh my goodness! I forgot about that comparison that you made last week. And I gotta say, I can't tell the difference. I just can't. It's like a splitting image.
Okay. Listen. You guys can say all you want that the fighting cock is some good stuff. I don't know, man. This just isn't my. I mean, let me get a few more sips.
Give it another go.
I mean, I'm sure I could sip on it. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't say, ooh. Oh, great. My mic's crackling. At this point, I appreciate that, Scott. Knowing that, at this point, I'd just as soon not even know if that makes any sense. But I don't know.
Well, we were delayed, and Trevor texted me, and then finally I'm like, you know what? I'm 3 bourbons in and a beer, and I think I'm gonna fire up a cigar. It's like nice enough so I can crack my patio door. Like golf today, it was 60 degrees. Yeah. Playing again tomorrow. It's our weather's so weird. It's like going to be 60, about 55 tomorrow, and then it's a high of like 32 for a couple days, and then it shoots right back up into the mid 60s. So, St. Louis is just such up and down weather, but I'll take the good weather when I can get it. And I'm closing in on 3 weeks from being on the Icon.
Well,
so
I'll be
very excited.
Mule.
Very, very exciting.
John and Diamond said you need to clean your palate after the Malort. Don't hate the cock. Well, and I saw earlier.
That could be true. That could be true.
Earlier, I saw Tess mention that she would like a fighting. Never mind, but am I still crackling?
You sound clear to me.
Yeah,
Sounds really good.
it's probably
Hey.
going to crap in the stream.
Fighting Cock used to be a cigar brand too, and it was a pretty decent cigar. And then they sold the name to a cigar maker, and then it just became crap. But
Well, you know,
I'm having a Monte Cristo White.
Monte Cristo. All right,
Monte Cristo
very nice.
White.
Very nice. It crackles when you get louder. Don't worry about it. It crackles when you pop. No, I'm thinking it plumps when you cook them.
When do you ever get loud? So it shouldn't crackle.
This is some bullcrap. I never get loud. Come on.
Exactly.
What are you guys talking about over here? I never get loud. That's some bull crap. Can you hear me now? Hey.
So,
Hey.
what's the weather like up there in Michigan?
It's colder than the backside of a yak, Larry.
Like, what's cold to you?
Anything
Single
below
digit.
40?
Low 40s isn't cold.
Okay. Well, you just
That's
say
not
which
bad
one.
at all.
Who's
I
Darth
can't.
Yoda of Borg?
I don't know.
Well, hello, Darth Vader or Darth Yoda of Borg.
Oh.
May the source.
Welcome to our show. Don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up.
I don't know who would hit subscribe after this debacle, but you know that's a good call, Larry.
Oh,
Gina
gotta
Bird
try.
wants to know what happened to my finger. Well, I'll tell you what happened to my finger. You see, my in-laws were supposed to be coming in tomorrow, but apparently it's going to rain tomorrow, and there is a certain age at which the weather controls just about every aspect of your life. And my father-in-law has reached that age. So he decided to come up a day early, which kind of threw me for a loop. But now I'm quiet. I'm either crackling or I'm quiet.
Wait.
I tuned it up.
Your father-in-law is in your house right now.
He is.
Why is he not sitting next to you giving us salutations?
Oh, no, he wouldn't. No, because I think there's still some angst due to the fact that I kicked my mother-in-law out of the Facebook group. But
I thought you were going to say he's still not happy that you married his daughter.
oh no, well that could be true.
He can't come down and give him one of those Malort bourbons.
He wouldn't drink it. Listen, this man has half a Michelob Ultra and starts flirting.
I want to see that.
He's a lightweight.
Bring him down. Get him next to you and give him 2 Michelob Ultras.
No, he would have no part of it. Trust me. And I guarantee, if I know him, he's asleep already. That's what I know.
Well, here's my question: did you replace the batteries in the bullhorn?
No, I didn't. As a matter of fact, Larry, I forgot it stopped working.
Damn it!
Hey, wake up there, y'all. Welcome to the ship show.
Come on down here and have a fighting cock bourbon.
Hey, Papa, you want some fighting cock bourbon? We got some right here. Or if not, you got some Jepsons if you need it.
I gotta remind you to get those batteries.
Yeah, yep. And I'm bringing that on the Coop cruise. I'm bringing that damn thing. I don't care.
The bullhorn?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, follow me, y'all.
How many suitcases are you gonna have?
Oh, 5.
You have one with just your equipment.
Yes.
You have another one with your hats.
Listen, this is the cruise of the decade. We got to do it.
I'm thinking century.
But I got to answer Gina Bird's question.
What was her question? Or whatever.
What happened to my finger? So, in the basement, my bourbon glasses I wash by hand, and I have these ones that are so old that half of the print on them is washed off. Anyway, I'm hand washing these things, and the freaking glass literally broke as I was, doing this, and it filleted my finger from. It was about 1.5 inches long cut.
Ooh.
And it went straight up under the skin and peeled it back like a potato peel. And so that's what happened. But I was just more annoyed because I ran out of toilet paper down here, so I had to ruin my shirt. Ran upstairs to get toilet paper.
Wait. What happens if you wouldn't have cut your finger and you would have taken care of business and then realized you were out of toilet paper?
It's funny you say that, Larry, because hours later I did exactly that.
You didn't.
I'm not telling you how I handled the situation, but it wasn't like they do in India. I'll say that.
Step Brothers.
It was the wide-legged
Step Brothers.
The wide-legged walk to the other bathroom. Let's just
hoping nothing drops.
Let's just say that. This is disgusting, Larry. I'm out. Well, that's enough of this.
I was wondering, how you realized you didn't have toilet paper because you cut your finger.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, I'm a squirrel. When you got ADD like I do, you forget the details that matter. You know what I'm saying? Sugar, you're absolutely right. That was too much information. But he asked, and I'm an open book over here. But what can I say?
Not too much.
I'm honest about my life to a flaw at some point, but so I said earlier, right, that I was so prepared tonight, and I was feeling good because I left work when I found out the in-laws were coming, because there's certain things I haven't seen John and Diamond's full comment, but I have a feeling I know where he's going. But there's certain things that you have to do to prepare for the in-laws. And that's what I had to do. So I left work to do those things. And I was done by 3:00, and I'm like, look, man, I just have one bid to do. I'll get that turned in for work, and then I'll be ready to go. And Larry had an idea, since it's the 14th, good night, Amy. Since it's the 14th, that we
Valentine's
should do
Day.
14 days of 14 things that we love about cruising. And I said, that sounds like a great idea. Just get me your list early so I can put my 7 in and you could put your 7 in. And my intentions were to start building, just the graphics of this is number one. I like this, right? So that I could bring them up on screen. However, that's when I realized that none of my stinking daggone freaking apps work. And I will tell you this, it's a dang good thing I freaking rendered the intro yesterday, or I wouldn't have been able to get into my editing software. So kudos to me for that one.
Wow.
And
look at you.
Let me just say this too, since we're talking about it.
Let's talk about it. Let's go.
I had the thumbnail done yesterday or Monday afternoon.
Did you forget to post it?
No, I just said, you know what? I'll do it on Wednesday. And then this happened, and here we are. Popping the thumbnail in the damn YouTube at the 5 minutes after we were supposed to be live.
So do you want to get into our list?
I do, but I did want to say very quickly.
Hey, are you going to give a shout out to everybody?
Yeah, I wanted to say hello to Beverly Jutka, Rhonda Carney, Tess Almond. How you doing, Tess? I got to go back up, though, real quick and see what John and Diamond said, because I know it was funny. After After all,
always
you shared
funny.
your underpants last week. We don't expect anything less. Yeah, and let's just say this, John and Diamond.
Yeah.
Had I
Yeah.
been wearing those underwear, whew, could have been a problem. Anyhow.
Uh-oh. I see an ad.
Oh my gosh, Kelly Madison brings up a great point. She says, well, what's wrong with the roll behind you? And that's the funny part about it.
That's where he walked to.
That isn't where I walked to.
You forgot that was there.
Yeah, that's a prop, but it happens to be the roll of toilet paper that would have been in the drawer when I had the incident this afternoon, is all I'm saying. Okay, it's Cruising Karen. How you doing? Sugar, so sweet. Show a little sympathy. She's right here, I need. And you show a little something, yeah.
Good job.
Show me good loving, make it
that's right.
all right. Make you sweet loving every single night. Sugar. All right, enough of that.
All right, good job.
Arnold Cump's in the place. Daniel Fields
Arnold!
is here.
Arnold Palmer, hello.
We got Trevor Bagakler in the house.
I thought he was supposed to be working.
Well, maybe he is. Who knows? Who knows? Jose Herrera. Jose Herrera. I can't roll the L very well. Jose Herrera.
Got her going.
Jose Herrera. Jose Herrera. That's better. Jose Herrera.
Okay, all right.
Sexiest man alive. How you doing? Well, besides Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. Splitting image, man. I don't know
Kevin
what-
Brubaker's in the place. I said hi to John and Diamond. I also said hi to my girl Lindy Lou, Amy Landon, and Philip Landon. Philip says it's cold in the east side of Michigan, but it was colder at the ice arena today when Ivan's team won 2 days in a row. Well, congratulations to Ivan.
Congratulations to Ivan's team. I see his post on Facebook all the time about his son's hockey team.
Amy says you squirreled at the end of this or that. Well, first of all, Amy, you have a pin, which I ordered today, and I'll send you the tracking number for. But I ordered it regular shipping from Zazzle, so it'll probably be sometime mid next week. But then the Ship Show mug is what's coming your way. Unless you want to reach out privately and you got something else in mind, I'm more than happy to oblige. Now, also, and I'm glad you said that, that reminded me of something else. The Super Bowl. I said whoever was closest would win a pin as well. And that was the other thing I was going to do tonight while I was waiting for the show to start, was do those tallies. And here's the logic. This is what I'm doing. Daniel Fields, I feel like, might be one to comment on this about the validity of my thought process, or anyone else who thinks about this, and Larry too. But my thought process is this. I said whoever's closest and gives the winner will win, right? So my first criteria for the for you being eligible is that you had to have picked the right team.
Yeah,
So
of
I'll
course.
take the winners that have picked the right team, right? And then I will take the winning score and subtract, or whatever the number of points were from the actual score to the winning, or to the score that you guessed. Either, if, let's say, if the score was 24 for real, but you said 28, right? You have 4 points because you were 4 points above what the actual score was. And then let's say the loser, you guessed 20 and they had 17, right? So you would have an additional 3 points for a total of 7 points. The lowest number wins. Does that make sense?
I think so.
All right. If that's bad logic, let me know. Crazy Cat Traveler, how you doing? Gina Bird, Rhonda Carney, and I'm not going to go further back much more. Flamingo Pam, Chicken Dance Chance is in the place, and of course, Scott McNeil, the moderator. Scott, I need a video of you, and I'll explain privately. I got to get this video of you for the intro to pop in there. But there's a certain way you got to do it, so I'll explain it to you. If I forget, please remind me so I can get that done. Karen Griswold, hello. If you're still here, how are you? Sue O'Connor, she ain't no goner, I'll tell you that. Lolo Dash, I don't know if she's here anymore, but if she is, Lolo Dash, we miss you. We love you. Cruise Nuts in the place. How you doing? The game was great. I agree.
I didn't watch.
They both won 19-19.
But who watched the Phoenix Open?
I did.
Did you hear?
I
Did you hear about it?
I did. And they
Did
had
you hear
to
about
shut
the
down
golf?
The booze getting
The golf or the fans?
Yeah, the fans. But I mean, quite honestly, Larry, I'm surprised it hasn't devolved into something like that sooner.
I think part of it was the weather was so crappy on Thursday and Friday.
Yep.
That a lot of people didn't go, and so then they just kind of cut loose. So I did learn this, that the Waste Management Open, not the Phoenix Open, when it gets to be a certain time in the afternoon, they just open up the gates. Because they said if they don't, it would be a 2 to 3 hour wait to scan everybody's ticket. So when they do that, everybody knows they do it. So all these people without tickets go storming in, and these people without tickets, they went and crashed the private boxes. And if you haven't seen this tournament before, there's private boxes everywhere. And I mean everywhere.
How you doing, Dave Conan?
On the 16th hole, it's like 3 stories high of private boxes. And they were just getting hammered. Like there were streakers, people passing out all over.
I saw the one guy walking down the cart path trying to get back to the wherever he was going. Yeah. It wasn't working.
It wasn't good. It was not good at all. But the golf was incredible. I mean, it was just absolutely incredible. But anyway, I got glued to that. They went to, well, they started late because they were making up from the bad weather. So they started the 4th round late. And by the time it went to the second sudden death hole, it was already like halftime. And I'm just like, I'm getting up early and I'm trying to be active. And by about 9:30, 10, I'm just like ready for bed. I'm just like, but then I can't stop waking up at like 5:45, 6 o'clock. So I'm in this vicious cycle. But anyway, I didn't watch the Super Bowl. The Chiefs are just, I don't know. They got a lot of prima donnas, and I know that they're here in Missouri, but I don't care. It's like, don't know what to say. But I did watch the highlights, and it was like, I mean, the Chiefs needed to do what they needed at the end. They drove the field, kicked the field goal, and then drove the field and got the touchdown for the win. So,
well, that's the worst feeling in the world, is being the defense that has to deal with Patrick Mahomes at the end of the game with the game close. But I digress. I want to make a comment on this, and by no means am I the be-all, end-all voice on this, but I would like to say, and I think Nancy Fields will know what I'm saying. I recall a specific moment. We were at dinner, and I was saying how much I don't like to be anywhere without a hat, right? And she kept saying, you know, your hair looks great. Your hair looks great. Which, I mean, yeah, it does look great. It's awesome. Look at that. I mean, get a look at that. But, you know, I was out of my comfort zone in that moment with my hat off. And it wasn't the best feeling at the time. However, I saw some of the pictures from that night, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. So all I would say to Daniel Fields' comment is, how about for the Coop cruise, you make one concession for the rooster, and that is to, well, first of all, we don't have pink bucket hats, but concede to step out of your comfort zone for me and wear a red hat instead of a pink one. And if you do that, I will go a whole evening without a hat. And that's
so here's
something.
my thing. This is what I say. So just wear the red hat for embarkation and the first hour or two that you're on the ship. Because when, John, this is the truth. When we did the Spirit.
Same here, Doug. I'm naked without a hat, Doug.
Yeah, I feel that. But when we did the Spirit and I got delayed because I had to go to UPS and pick up a package, I was I was one of the last people or in our group to get on the cruise ship. And when Melissa and I walked up with those hats on, they're like, "Oh boy, 2 more red hat people."
Yeah, I remember.
I mean, we were the talk of all the workers.
Hey,
and then people stopped us and like, what's the story behind these hats? So it was pretty cool.
Daniel, I think that's a great idea. Yeah, a pink bow, absolutely. Bedazzle the damn thing. Bedazzle the hell out of it.
Hey, what you put on your hat, that's personalized. That's up to you.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
That's up to you.
Yes.
So I will say this. So Melissa's like, I don't want to wear that hat. I don't like the floppy hat. So I'm like, just when we get on the picture, you can take it off. So every time we stopped at somewhere in Alaska, she's like, "Ooh, I would like this pin for my hat." I was like, "Oh, really?"
It's fun, though.
It is a lot of fun.
And it's also fun. Obviously, we have some pins, and there's more coming. I still have a few more I want to make, but it is really fun to collect pins, especially, you get to the cruise port and you're walking around in all the shopping area and stuff. And while you're shopping, maybe you never thought to look for a pin, but now you're like, you know what? Let's see if I can find a cool pin.
But that is the truth. So even before that, like when we were in Seattle, we were going to places. All of a sudden, we were with a group in downtown Seattle, and we're like, "Oh, we're stopping here." Larry Brandhorst looked it up. He wants to get a pin from this place. It's like it becomes kind of cool. So to me, it's you put your destinations on your hat of where you've been. And if you stop to look at it, it kind of brings back good memories. But I thought that was a classic. And Melissa didn't want to wear it, but she's like, "Ooh, I'd like this pin for my hat."
Yeah, exactly.
At Juneau or Catch a Can, wherever.
But you'll find over time that you start becoming more and more scrupulous, if that's the correct word I'm looking for.
Yeah, because my hat's almost full.
Yeah, and then you have to start picking and choosing. And there comes a time, especially for me, when some of the pins that have been on there for over a decade have got to go in order to make room for the new ones. So you got to make good choices after a while. You're not just going to settle for any pin. You're going to find the good one, the one that meant something to you. And then when you wear it, I can tell you right now, every single pin on this hat has some sort of special meaning to me. Now, maybe 10 years ago it didn't, because I had a lot of fluff on there, like dumb stuff. Like even this one, the Hard Rock ones don't really mean a hell of a lot to me, but I did get this one in Singapore when I was in the Marine Corps, so
that's super cool.
Yeah. But like even this thing, this wasn't even a pin, y'all. This is it's kind of hard because I don't have my camera set to autofocus, but it's 3 monkeys. It's the logo that comes on the bottle of 3 Monkeys Scotch, right? And we were drinking that on the breakaway, me and Trevor. I took the label home with me. Trevor got it from the bartender, and I said, "Man, I'd love to have that to make a pin out of it." And I made a pin out of it with epoxy and a little pin back. I mean, that's special, right?
And every time you look at that, you remember drinking scotch with Trevor.
Yes.
Hopefully he wasn't in his underpants.
This right here was given to me from the Butlers. It's the cool hot air balloon pin. One of my most prized pins, I gotta say. Truly, monkey shoulder. Thank you, Trevor. I said that is the coolest pin I've ever seen, and at the end of the cruise, he gave it to me. I will cherish that forever. But this right here, this deer, the mature male, I know you can't see it that well. That was on a wine glass. I took it off, made a pin out of it. But I've got all kinds of good ones. I got the Carnival Celebration, the birthday one. I got a breakaway pin on here. And, you know, not to brag or anything, I've got my gold and emerald and platinum pins on here for Royal Caribbean. Rupert Holmes pin, I earned that one. I got somebody to sing Pina Colada song probably about 30 different times in my life on the ship. I got my Pirates and Pier Runners pin. Acoustic hookah, this I got 30 years ago, guaranteed at a head show. I turned this into a pin. Not a head show, you know, a deadhead show thing. Come on, get your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah.
Got an alchemy bar pin. Oh, this is cool. This stone right here, Tom Beetle Bailey does artwork on these stones, okay? And I made it into a pin with epoxy because I like Tom Beetle Bailey's artwork. I got a bearded clam pin here, Larry.
Yes, bearded clam.
I've got 2 Bromania pins, soon to be 3. I got my original, this is probably my oldest pin. This is my original, very first fishing license from 1991. It's right there. And my name tag, actually, I take that back. This is my oldest pin. This is my name tag from the grocery store I worked at from 1986 to 1990. So, yes, that's how old. But the hat, believe it or not, I got in 1983. That's how old this hat is. I got it at Busch Gardens in Virginia. But it is fun. You collect these pins. And, you know, is Larry... I think he is. Sugar, it's called Bueller's. It's in Ohio. It's a family-owned joint. Jose Hilera wants to go to the head show. Well, if you like acoustic hookah, you might like them. But Larry vanished. I know, he does that without a word. He just vanished. But that's okay. Head show, is that like a sausage fest? Very similar, Tess. Very similar. You know, I used to roll like that. I used to live in Ohio, Sugar. Where are you from, Sugar? I was born and raised in Ohio, and I've only lived in Michigan for 13 years now. Maybe 10. I don't know. But I've been in Michigan for a long time now. Well, put it this way. Stella's 13, and so we've been here 10 years. Yeah, we see the whole studio. His feet is gone. I got some work to do on my sign back here. The lights I had behind it kind of didn't like the pressure and popped out, but I do what I can. It's Coop poop time. Let's hope Larry makes it. Oh, shoot. I was trying to find the fart sound, but I can't remember which one it is. Oh, well. Good night, Philip. Gotta head to bed. Driving to Columbus, Ohio for work tomorrow. Well, I can't blame you there. Cannot blame you there. Larry, hurry up. He just did that to the bathroom, I think. Oh, man. Or maybe I just annoyed him with all my pin talk. He's going to do something else. Who knows? But Larry did come up with a nice list. Oh, no. He got kicked out. He didn't go anywhere. Hold on, Larry. Let's see where he went. He just sent me a message. He's probably like, listen, they're all saying I'm pooping and I've been sitting here the whole time. Just kicked him right out, didn't it? Hey, look, there you are, Larry.
I'm all fired up. What happened there?
Yeah, well, we were talking about you pooping.
Wow, I took care of business early this morning. Welcome. It's good to be back. It's good to be back.
You got lost in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Instead of
So,
where's
should we-
Waldo,
hey,
it's looking for lost
Should
Larry.
we start with our list?
Yes.
We have 14 things to go through. So I came up with this idea and I shot it to the rooster this morning and he liked the idea and he's like, but get me your list right away so I don't duplicate it. So I said, how about we give for Valentine's Day our 14 top reasons for cruising, right? Everybody's list is going to be different. Everybody's ideas are going to be different. And so I said, I'll take the odd numbers. You take the even numbers. We'll start from 14, work our way up.
Yep.
So you got the first one, number 14. All you.
Okay. My very first thing that I like about cruising, I'm not at work. It's the greatest thing away, or the greatest thing to step away from work, especially in our busy season. And for the past couple years, cruising has, that's my outlet when I get away from work. That's all I'm doing. And I told Larry just the other day, over the course of the next 384 days, as it stands right now, I'm cruising 5 total days of those 380 some days. And that's a horse pill that I don't intend to swallow. I may have found a celebrity cruise on what's that ship? The Celebrity
Ascend.
No, that's newer.
I thought that was a new one.
Not as new then. Celebrity something. Anyway, I may have found a celebrity something cruise. 8-day. Another, not the Edge. Beyond. Thank you, Arnold. The Celebrity Beyond.
Because that is, I want to do a celebrity cruise really bad. Really, really bad. So for people that don't know, if you're like Diamond or Royal Caribbean, your status will roll over to celebrity, but your points will not accumulate back to Royal Caribbean. But to be honest, once you get to Diamond Plus and Royal, you're pretty much done. Because you go from, I don't even remember what Diamond Plus is, 180, and then you have to go all the way to 500 to be Pinnacle. So, but, well, it's funny that you say that because my number 13 is Escape from Reality. And I put, that's a reason I usually do not get the internet package. And when I first started cruising, it was in the mid 1990s. When you cruise, there were no cell phones. Nobody had a cell phone. There was no internet. So my first cruise was out of New York to Bermuda. And until you got close to Bermuda, you didn't have TV channels. And if you got to Bermuda, people would go and buy the newspaper to like catch up on the news. And so I owned a business back then. And it's like, I loved it. I loved that there was no phone calls. There was just nothing. You were just like, you were on a ship out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And that was all you thought about. So to me, I'm kind of on your wave. Escape from reality. No, and like I said, there's been times I've gotten the internet now because I want to post things that I'm doing on the cruise, but I don't do it for like emails and chats and texts.
Yeah.
I love getting away. That's what I love about cruising. You get away from your everyday life.
Daniel Fields, you have no idea. My company, I literally spent several years where they would not allow me to have internet in the ports. So I actually bought a device. It's over here. It's a personal hotspot with an eSIM card that I can load with minutes so that I could have service when I was in the ports. Very handy device. I love it. I use it a lot. It's not, I think it's 4G speed, but still for little things it works and I can stay connected because as we all know, my ego's so big, I could not go a week without at least witnessing one like on one of my posts. You know what I'm saying? I got to have it.
All right.
Feed me. But no, I'm kidding. But I'll always have the internet package. Back to work for me. Good night all. Stay safe and be well. Thank you, Darth Yoda. You be safe if you're at work, and you be well as well. And may your force be a force. I have that's the I don't know that I know that name. Maybe it's somebody I know, but that's a newer name for me. I saw another one. A lot of people say they love Celebrity. A lot of people or somebody said that their relatives went on the Beyond and loved it. But Crazy Cat Traveler's on the Edge January 2025 out of Sydney, and she's got a solo infinite veranda. I like it. I like it a lot.
Okay, we're on to you, number 12.
Yeah. Rhonda Carney does bring up a good point, though. She says, I do the internet so I can get Messenger phone in case something happens to my parents who are not in good health. Understood.
Okay, then,
understood. And that you're still escaping reality, but you're being responsible and a caring person.
Right. I agree with that. No doubt.
We are going to book Celebrity soon, says Nancy, nautical nurse Nancy. All righty then.
All right, Nancy. Maybe we'll hook up and we'll cruise together. I'm dying to try some other cruise lines.
Hold on. What'd you say?
I want to cruise Celebrity. So.
No. You said maybe we'll hook up.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe mine's in the gutter. That's not what I was thinking.
Oh, sorry.
Anthony's my good friend.
My mistake.
All right. Back to you. Number 12.
Well, number 12 for me is meeting new people. I've met more new people and made more friends, lifetime friends, than I've ever made on any vacation where, you know, you go to freaking Disney, right? Of course, yes, you all have something in common. You're at Disney. But there's something special about the bond shared between cruisers. You know what I'm saying? If you're an avid cruiser and a cruise lover, it's obvious. So starting up a conversation with anybody is easy for one. But cruising has allowed me, even before YouTube, to just meet some really cool people. You could be sitting, like I still talk to a guy every now and then on Messenger that I met on the Disney Wonder, because they only had the Super Bowl on this tiny little screen in the little pub in there, and him and I and there were other people, but we were watching the year that the Patriots came back and won, right? I left at halftime like, this game's over, and I left with my Disney 22-ounce glass that you can't get a drink package with, but that's what you get, you know, for a discounted price. I filled that up and went back to the room, and I saw they were coming back. I went back there, and he was like, yeah, my buddy, and we, you know, I made friends that way. But beyond that, in our community, and I've said this many times, the biggest gift that ever came from whatever it is that we're doing here, trying to figure out the computer, trying to get the audio to work, and not putting out vlogs. The biggest thing I get from this is the people that we've cruised together with as a group. It's just such an awesome feeling. Even the people that we haven't met yet. I'm sure everyone in this chat, will agree with me, including Nancy. Oh boy, where'd Larry go?
Yeah.
We lost Larry again. You're back, Larry. You're back.
Okay.
You
All
just
right.
keep
I'm
plopping out. It's probably because I'm on my laptop, but I'm sure even Nancy would agree with me on this point.
Yeah. There's something fun about meeting, your people in the cruise community. It's just amazing how you feel like you're already friends, even though you've never met.
Exactly. And
Well, here's my point. How did we meet?
cruising.
Yeah. How did I meet?
I'll tell you how we met. We met on a street corner in Galveston, but that's beside the point.
To this day, I don't think people believe the story. But we were doing the Vista on a Sharon at Sea group cruise, and we stayed right downtown where she was having everybody stay, and we went to Melissa and I left. We went to a ton of bars, and I said, right down here, there's all kinds of restaurants, seafood, and that. We'll just go to one. And so we were literally walking to that, and all of a sudden I hear this voice behind me, and it's Jamie. And he's like, hey, and you guys were with him. And he's like, what's your plans? I said, oh, we're going to go down here, go to one of the restaurants. He's like, why don't you just go with us? I'm like, we're okay. And he's like, oh, crap. People are going to say that this was like prearranged. I'm like, I don't care. But that's when we first met. At what was the name of that place with that great big yacht behind it?
I can't remember.
I can't either. But it was an amazing dinner. It was like really good. But that's when we met. And John Jamie kept saying, I want you to meet John. You guys will become best of friends. And so
and here we are.
I had no idea I'd be reeled into the ship show.
I know. What a crazy world we live in. But
Yeah,
Arnold says,
truth.
I met John for the first time on a rooftop in New York City. That is a true fact. Here's a question. Let me think about this. Okay. It isn't where I met her, but the first time I ever laid eyes, maybe I'm wrong on this. I could be wrong on this.
Where is
I
this
feel
going?
like the first time I ever saw Nancy. No, I think it is the first time I ever met Nancy. Before we actually physically met was when we were standing in the waiting area on the Carnival Horizon on Sharon at Sea's Horizon group cruise. Nancy was doing a back-to-back. And the first time I saw Nancy was her walking across the catwalk up above us, like waving, hey, hi, you guys.
Yes! Hey!
I will never forget the first time I met Nancy. It was on the Vista.
I
I
was
was
free,
walking-
Kevin Brubaker.
Is Nancy still out there? You still out there? I was on the Vista cruise, and Melissa and I were walking into our hotel, and I think it was like 2 doors you had to go through. And she opened the door and she's like, hey, do you know me? And
I
I'm
remember
like,
this.
yeah.
I
Very nice
remember.
people. Very nice people. Her and Anthony, nicest people in the world.
Absolutely. Flamingo Pam says she met me on her birthday. Kevin Brubaker wants to know if when Arnold met me, if my eyes were dreamy. Jose Lerra says, I met John on the Carnival Vista, and that is true. We probably met the night before, but one of my most standout memories that first comes to mind is that first morning. It was a sea day, and we were all on the pool deck doing our own, whatever we were doing. Or it may have been sail away. I can't remember. I think it was the first sea day. And here's Jose at the Golden Frog, or what's it called, the Red Frog Pub.
Red Frog Pub.
He's got one of them freaking beers that's like this big. It's like a huge tube with a tap.
I think it's called a tower. It's a tower.
Yeah, he's got one of those, and I'm like, hey, and he poured me a drink. T.N. Lynch, I met John on the Vista. We were almost lost at sea in Belize.
Oh yeah, you were with Larry and Elaine.
But who's T.N. Lynch?
I don't know.
Is that Elaine?
I don't know. Clarify. Well, okay, so we need to move on. You brought up a great point, because I have met so many people that not only do I feel are lifelong friends, but my best friends through cruising. Even though we don't see each other very often, these shows keep us in contact, and that means a lot to me. So here I go, number 11.
Well, real quick, the last point I want to make on that is what I was trying to say is, because of how we interact with each other within the cruise community on the regular basis, it just makes it so stinking daggone freaking easy when you meet. All of these people that I've met along the way, I never met Larry in my life, and I'm like, hey, look at this mother clucker. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew
we felt like we felt like we already knew each other.
Yes, exactly. All right, moving on.
All right, number 11. When I go on a cruise, I love the feeling of being pampered.
Yes.
No cleaning, no cooking, no dishes, no problem. It's like, for the most part, these people on a cruise ship go out of their way to just totally take care of you. It's like so stress-free, and I always say to Melissa, it's like, can we pick up the room a little bit? I'm embarrassed that, like, I got dirty underpants out on the floor. It's like these people. Here's the thing: you say to your room steward, "We would like a bucket of ice." Oh my God! Every time you come back to the room, there'll be a full bucket of ice.
Yeah,
it's like they just kill themselves for you. It's like it's just such a great feeling that they just really are out there to take care of you. And here's my thing.
Well, yeah.
This is on another note. On day one, they'll come to you, to your room, and say, are you Larry and Melissa? And then after that, when you walk out in the hallway, at any time they see you, hello, Lawrence. Hello. How are you? They know your names immediately.
Mm-hmm.
It's unreal. I'm like, good God, I could never do this. I can't remember people's name or squat.
Yeah, no, I agree. But you know what I mean? They probably write it down, and as they're walking down the hall, they're like, okay, got it.
The big guy with the beard, he's Larry.
Yeah. Yep. But hey,
I don't care. It makes you feel great.
It does. It really does.
I'm just telling you, it's like every once in a while you get somebody with a little bit of attitude, but so what? Overall, these people kill themselves for you.
If they're taking the time to do that, then you know they're going to be someone that you can interact with in a fun way too. But Daniel Fields did bring up a really good point, and it's actually a fantastic point. Dare I say, something? Should I say anything, or should I just be quiet? Because I can't seem to find it. It's just you know, I try to be quick and witty with this stuff, and I feel like with me using my laptop, I may have never loaded this in here, but I did. Here it is.
Super awesome comment.
It was absolutely a super awesome comment. Speaking to my point earlier with the friendships, the age, whether you're close in age or far in age, it makes zero difference. It doesn't seem to matter. It's like we have the common bond, the common connection, and yes, that is so true, Daniel. But anyway, Crazy Cat Traveler says I'm an introvert, so I was terrified of embarrassing myself. You know, I mean, but see, that's the thing. We're all family, so I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how I see it anyway. All right, keep going, Larry. I didn't mean
All
to
right.
interrupt again.
It's all right. You're up. Number 10.
Number 10.
Yeah.
You were talking about being pampered. For me, it should. I'm not doing this necessarily in like number one is the greatest thing ever. But for me, the food is I've had good food and I've had bad food on the cruises. And I like to poke fun at Carnival for their crappy food, but I've had some of the best food on Carnival. But the ability to have whatever it is that I want at any time at arm's length is appealing to me. Because I love to try different things. And there's no other place than like on a cruise ship to really try other things. I mean, yeah, you can go to different restaurants around town, but you're paying less. Or, you know, at the end of the day, there's just so many options. And when I have lots of options, I'm a happy man. So the food, the amount of food availability on the cruise is a big one for me. That's just huge for me. So,
Yeah. That's important to a lot of people. To me, in the old days of cruising, I really liked that they would give you like more meals per day, especially like the midnight buffet. The midnight buffet, they would just like knock themselves out. It was just like super cool, even just to walk through it and see
yeah,
all the
all the little
sculptures in there.
sculptures, yeah.
Yeah, and all the different things that they would offer.
You're
But
absolutely right,
I'm just,
Nancy Fields. Age doesn't matter.
I'm just not a big foodie. But I do like the specialty restaurants, and I hear you. I think that's a great thing. So moving on to number 9. My number 9 thing is when I was a kid, I mean, we were just not wealthy people, and I played a lot of sports that were expensive, including hockey, and my sister did all kinds of things. And so we just couldn't afford a lot of vacations. And our vacations were pretty basic, and I still loved them and all that. But um, never in my wildest dreams when I was a kid did I think that I would visit such exotic and beautiful places.
Yeah.
So I don't care where you are in the Caribbean. I mean, I know that a lot of the Caribbean islands have poverty, but they also are beautiful and they have beautiful spots. Um, just now, I did my first Alaska cruise and it was breathtaking. It was absolutely breathtaking. I've been to the Baja Peninsula, been to Bermuda. I have been to so many places that are so different from here in St. Louis. And I'm not here to knock St. Louis, but we're like flat and we have rivers, and I mean, I have been to so many incredible places that I never in a million years thought I'd ever been to. And I appreciate that. I really do. It's like I can't wait. I can't wait to go to new places. I want to go to so many places to cruise to, but I am so appreciative of the places I've been to and
Yep.
all the different experiences. And
Well, God
so,
knows we've been to Cozumel 17 times in the last
but
2
I
years.
and I
but,
still have a great time. That's my point. I still have a great time there. I really do. It doesn't matter. I still really have a great time there. Now, yes, I would like to go to new places, different places, but I still, people, I was just talking, I was golfing today, and people were talking to me about cruises, and they brought up Nassau. And I'm like, oh, there's a lot of people that don't get off the ship. And it's one of my favorite stops. I said, like right now, you get off the ship and there's a brand new Margaritaville. I said, I like it. I just it's so different from St. Louis. And so I just love visiting places that are so different from where I live. So now you're up, number 8.
Well, Lolo Dash says yes. That's she agrees. She says that Amber got her hair braided for the first time in Jamaica, which is awesome because I remember seeing her hair. But Bill Wickham said the ability to eat something I wouldn't normally order at home. Bill Wickham, shout out to you. I didn't know you could place orders at home, and I'm going to start trying to do that. Hey, I'm calling to place an order for later. Yeah, could I get some duck à l'orange? And maybe a side of, can I get a side of caviar and whatever else, side salad? Can I do that, Kelly? Can I get some? No. But yeah, I get the point. He says the ability to eat something I wouldn't normally order at home is a hit for him. He doesn't normally eat lamb or duck at home.
Well, but here's the other part. So on a cruise ship, if you order that and you take one bite and you don't like it and you tell your server, he won't even hesitate to say, what would you like?
Yeah.
And he'll bring you something else.
Absolutely. I've experienced that a million times. And it's so true. Nancy Fields or Nancy Anderson, Nancy Plack.
Hey, Bagat!
Sorry about that. She said, I feel like we are living like young kids when we are on a cruise. We just want to have fun together. Absolutely.
Oh, my God, yes. There's no doubt about it.
Yes. All right. It's my turn?
Yeah, it's all you. You're number 8.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with, for me, as a person that squirrels the way I do, and I'm not even trying to be funny here. Like with my ADD, like the routine of it all appeals to me, right? And what I mean by that is that once you there's plenty of planning that you can do, and there's plenty of people that overplan for things they think might happen, which I do too, that never do. But once you get on the ship, it's after you've done one or two, the routine becomes the routine becomes very familiar. And really, yes, you got to plan your excursions. But I can tell you, there's been so many times we've traveled to Florida for vacation, and we're like, what are we going to do today? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. And it's like on the cruise ship, it's just focused and easy. The routine is there, and there's an easy itinerary to follow along with, right? Like, especially on a sea day. Oh, you want to go check this out? Okay, let's go do that. It's just a nice routine. It's easy. And those types of things appeal to me. And part of that routine, take it or leave it, or like it or love it, I should say. Sea days are just so great. The ports are awesome too, like you said, but the routine, okay, I'm waking up tomorrow. It's a sea day. What are we going to do? I don't know. Let's take a look at the schedule and we'll figure it out. I love that about cruising. There's so many options, and you don't have to give it a lot of thought to it. Take that, Larry.
That was very well played. Very well. Very well.
All right. I'm telling you, I'm coming up with this ship off the cuff.
Okay, so here's my number 7. So I have a little bit of a reputation that I like to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
It could be true. So
it's absolutely true. And that's why I love you.
Okay, well, I like to have a good time.
You're a superstar.
All right, but here's the greatest thing about that. When all of a sudden I get a nudge or a little poke and said, hey, you're like beyond it. You're like, you need to stop. I don't have to worry about driving home.
Good point.
I just have to worry about staggering back to my room.
Yes.
I don't have to drive the ship, right? It's like I can have as much fun as I want. All I have to do is get back to my room, and it's like, there we go. I'm done. It's
Yeah.
like I just
For 7 days in a row.
I don't. But it's like you can let your hair down, right? You can let your hair down.
Can I though? Can I really do that?
All right. Are you going to really go without a hat for an entire cruise?
No, for a day.
Oh, just a day.
If Nancy Fields gets a red hat, pink bow allowed, one of the nights of the cruise, I will go hatless.
Wait, Anthony's got to get it too.
And I won't do my hair. I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna walk into the MDR in a really nice suit. Like, how you doing?
They're gonna be like, "Sir, you cannot come in with that hairdo."
Yeah. They'll be like, can
Not
you put
that
a
you're
hat on?
not that you're in shorts and a t-shirt. Like,
Yeah.
no, you can't come in with that hairdo. But I'm not saying you go on a cruise ship to get like plastered. I'm just saying you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry that all of a sudden I overdid it because you don't have to drive home. All you have to do is get back to your room.
I've gotten on a cruise ship to get plastered. As a matter of fact,
Wow.
we're about to do it in a couple months.
Well, I was thinking maybe I didn't need to get the drink package because I'm Diamond Plus. I get 5 free drinks a day.
Yeah, okay. And that's like when
I
somebody
was thinking
brings
about
you-
it.
You know what that's like, Larry? That's like
What's
when
that
you
like?
go to the steakhouse on Carnival and you're sitting there waiting and the server comes out and says compliments of the chef and gives you like this little tiny slider.
Sometimes those could be delicious.
They're delicious, but are they enough? Like, are you like, okay, I'm good? Are you like, okay, I'm all set? You know what? As a matter of fact, after that slider, I think I'll just have the Cobb salad. You're not doing that. So the 5 drinks is the same thing.
Wow. All right, you're up. You are on number 6.
Okay. Number 6 for me is going to be the bars. To your point.
Yeah.
I can say, obviously, the Alchemy Bar has to be one of my favorite places. Not all Alchemy bars are good, I know this. But those bars are made by the bartenders. But on the Mardi Gras, some of those bars and the themes of those bars, like for me, I swear to you, when I got on the Mardi Gras, I'm thinking, oh, okay, they're calling it this and they're doing that, you know, and it's got this theme to it, but it's really just the same bar that you're going to find on the pool deck. You know, that was my mindset going into it. But then experiencing it and seeing that they legitimately had, like, they were true to the theme that they were doing. And I just love that idea. If you want a martini, go to the martini bar, right?
Okay, the bars are so because now they're becoming themed, and every bar will have like their specialties. So, like I've been watching a ton of icon vlogs, and so if you go to the Mexican place, I mean they have like 10 signature margaritas. You go to every place; it's got different stuff like they specialize in. Icon now on the one bar, it's when you get a frozen drink, and when you go to a regular bar at a cruise ship and you said, "I'll have a frozen pina colada," it takes a guy like 5 minutes to make it. Well, now they're pre-mixed, so they just pour it out.
Yeah.
But I agree with that. It's like it's a different experience when you go to the different bars. So the Icon has the swim up bar. It's just like so many different things. So it's really cool. That's the way I put it. The Alchemy bar though is like so amazing. Oh my god. It's like such a good time.
Yeah.
And like you go to the Alchemy bar and say, "I'll have a Bud Light." They'll be like, "We don't serve beer at the Alchemy bar."
Wait,
It's like,
is Caitlin here?
what?
I
She
don't know.
didn't call you.
Brubaker said Caitlin. I think she's mad at me, man.
Oh, there's no way. She could not be mad at you.
Well, I think she is because she sent me a post, a text saying if tell me you don't like your daughter without telling me you don't like your daughter, and I said this text message was annoying. And then I followed it up by saying, sorry, that's the best I could come up with. And she's like, huh? I'm like, you told me to tell you I don't like you without saying it, so I was just trying to play your game. That's all I could come up with, dang it. But Daniel Field says he's going to do a live update on the hat situation. They're going to order the red hat. They're going to put the pink bow on it, and they're going to bedazzle it. And they'll keep us updated on it. I like that.
All
As a
right.
matter of fact, that's a whole new facet to the hat.
Yeah.
You can decorate them
However you like.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Kevin Brubaker likes to get naked. That's one of the things he likes about cruising. He can get naked on his balcony. Alchemy,
Does he know? Wait, does he know there's cameras out there?
Probably, but you know,
Probably doesn't care.
Sometimes you just gotta let it all hang out. If the crew wants to see a dong or two, let them see a dong or two.
All right.
Alchemy, Mermaid Bar, Jubilee Bar, etc. So good. Yes. What was the bar? The Fortune Teller Bar in the Mardi Gras.
Oh God.
That was a really cool place.
Yes.
And then the one right across from it, the Brass Menagerie or whatever the hell it was called.
Brass Rail.
The Brass Magnolia.
Yeah, Brass Magnolia. Yeah, that was awesome.
It was like the Alchemy Bar, but like, and I don't mean the Alchemy Bar is not classy, but the Brass Magnolia was like a classy bar that they were true mixologists. But anyway, I think I beat that one to death.
But to say this, so I think Royal learned from Carnival because of those bars. They have all that stuff covered on the Icon. Because everybody's raving about the bars. They're just raving about them.
You know, let me say this.
Yeah.
For those of you maybe who are on the fence when you're cruising about, you know, you see all the questions. Let's skip the drink packages worth it question. Let's just get that out of the way. But that's not what I'm talking about here. But you see all the questions about like, you know, 15 drinks, is that a problem? Blah, 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 blah. You know, I could drink way more than that. Maybe so. I get it if that's not enough. But if you're constantly crossing that threshold on a daily basis, then, you know, maybe that's not the question you should be asking. The question you should be asking is, how do I not get to 15 every day? But that's me. But what I wanted to say was that, and even, boy, I went down a path I wasn't trying to go down there. What I was trying to say is, who's better, Carnival or Royal? A lot of people say Royal's better because of this, and this. Royal cannot hold a candle to Carnival when it comes to the bars. Because I'm telling you, Royal's bars are the same wherever you go, as the pool bar, except for
the Icon.
maybe the Icon and also the Bamboo Room. Other than that,
the Icon, I'm telling you, they took notes from Carnival. I'm telling you, they did because they have so many specialty bars. It's like people are raving about them.
Larry,
and I love Carnival's bars. They're amazing.
Larry,
but. So I'm moving on. Number 5.
Larry.
Yeah. What? What happened? What?
Look at the comments.
I can't. My iPad went dead.
Well, a certain girl with the initials MK,
Yeah. Did she say hi?
Melissa Kaiser,
Did she say hello?
in so many words.
Oh.
She said, Larry looking like he's already at 15 right now. Get her out of here.
What? What? What's that all about? What?
You know what? My first
she-
reaction
is she-
when I read that was,
Is she judging me?
I don't know.
I think she is.
Listen,
First of all, who is Melissa Kaiser?
I have no idea.
I know. It's weird when you get these strange people that come on the live stream and then they attack you.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
right.
It's an
Number
outrage.
Number 5. We got a ways to go.
Okay. All right.
I love this part. I swear this is like so cool. Introducing people to cruising that have never cruised before. And I have yet to see anybody say, I didn't like it. They get so overwhelmed and just like the first day when you walk around the ship, it's incredible. You drive up to it and they see it and they're like, whoa, that's our cruise ship. And then you start walking them around and they're just like overwhelmed.
Yep.
I love introducing people that would never have cruised before until you suggested that to them.
Yeah, it's true. And I mean, I can't say for a fact that I've ever necessarily introduced someone. Excuse me. Oh, people are reacting to Luna. I can't say that I've ever introduced somebody to cruising, but I can tell you that Kelly got a lot of joy when she drugged me on the Disney cruise and saw how much I loved it. And that was probably for the first year or two. After that, she was like, okay, you're taking this a little bit too far there, Chief. Calm down. All these cruises, I ain't nobody got time for that. But I know what you're saying.
You and number 4.
Oh, Larry just left me hanging. I was going to go to the bathroom. Guess it's on me. I've truly been winging this the whole time. I was going to put a nice list together. But to Larry's point about watching people and introducing cruising to other people, one of the things I really, really love about cruising is the amount of time that I get to spend with, when we first started, with both of them, but now with Stella, with my kids, that we wouldn't normally have the time to do in our busy day-to-day lives. Like, I get to disconnect, and I'm sure, yes, we could do that on any vacation, but cruising is the vacation that I'm best at, and being able to go into the pool area with Stella and just do our thing. I've had some of the greatest times. If you've seen the vlogs, like the hold your breath competitions that we've had, those are the best times. Watching her, set up the cabin, even like get her room all set up. She knows what she's doing. It's a good feeling. I love that aspect of it. Seeing my kids enjoy it. It's fabulous. Now, if I could get her to order something other than buttered noodles, that'd make me happy. But that's my number. It was my turn. I went, and now Larry's gone. He's just like, I'm on my own. I don't even know what to do here. I'm flustered. I'm lost. Oh, God, dang it. Thank God you're back. Larry, thank God you're back.
Woo!
I gave my answer.
What was your answer?
I said watching my girls enjoy it.
Oh,
And
that is, yes.
and seeing, and having time with them that I wouldn't otherwise have in our day-to-day
Yeah.
in our normal day-to-day lives. And I said, I like watching her set up the cabin. I like all the things she does. And I said, if I could just get her to order something other than buttered noodles, I'd be happy. But Jose Lara says, listen, Chief, it's vacation. If she wants buttered noodles, she gets buttered noodles. And that is so true. But hey, Larry, you got up. Now it's my turn.
Okay.
What number are we on?
All right. We're on number 3.
Okay.
All right. I'll take care of number 3. Okay. This is a big one. The flexibility of making the cruise how you want it to be. So you can make it super relaxing. You can make it adventurous, seeing new things, going to new places. You can make it energetic, like working out all the time, walking on the jogging track. I guess you can make it very romantic. But the great thing about it is, even with your group of people, everybody can go their own way and everybody can come back together like at dinner or cocktails at the Alchemy Bar. So it just offers so many different opportunities for what you want it to be. And that's what I love about cruising. You can be up early in the morning and your significant other can sleep in and you can do your thing, meet for breakfast. It's just really, really awesome that you have so many different opportunities. So, especially on group cruises, the group cruises will plan events, but it doesn't mean you have to go to them. And you can go your own way, do your own thing, meet up for the things that you want to meet up for. It's just an awesome way that you can spend your vacation however you want it to be. So that's my number 3. I guess what is he pointing at? What's going on?
I was just messing with Larry. He didn't.
All right, yeah.
I don't know if he could see me. But Larry, you might need a Q-tip.
A Q-tip?
I'm just kidding. I was picking your ear in the background.
Oh.
I forgot I got you in the front, so I was going to pick your nose, but I couldn't get up there because, But anyway, what was your answer?
Oh, I said the flexibility that cruising gives you.
Yes.
You can be active. You can be passive. You can be relaxing. You can be energetic. You can be romantic.
You can be hungover.
Well, thanks for bringing that up.
No, I'm saying it happens to all of us.
Right, but here's my thing about the group cruises. Even. So when you're on a group cruise, the people that are giving it will have activities planned. First of all, you don't have to go. But second, you can go your own way. Everybody can go their own way and then meet back up. So years and years ago, when I was married, I have 3 sisters, and all my sisters' families and my family would go on a cruise together. And they'd be like, tomorrow we want to do this, we want to do that, we want to do this, we want to do that. And I'm like, everybody can go their own way. And then we'll meet back when we get on the ship, for this or that. And that's the beauty of cruising. It's like you have such flexibility in what you want to do that you don't have to be on a set track, do the same thing as everybody else.
Agreed.
I love that.
Daniel Field says, Larry, agree. And to expand, they can have different price entry levels in rooms, food, drinks, and excursions.
That's a great point, especially the rooms. So when I would go with my sisters, they would be like, well, we can't afford the balcony. And I'm like, you can get whatever room you want. I could care less.
Yeah.
They're like, well, we're going to be 6 floors down for you. And I'm like, well, there's elevators that go up and down in 10 seconds. It's like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
get what
it
you
really
want.
doesn't. Yep.
Yeah, so he brought up a great point. It's beyond what you do for the day.
Yeah.
It's the rooms. It's the same thing. Like I've been on cruises before, and people are like, "We want to do this specialty restaurant." I'm like, "Okay, go have a good time." It's like it's not my thing. I don't want to do it. Kind of like that Empire Supper Club. Have you looked at that?
Yeah, I did. When I say I did, I'm gonna say I looked at it briefly, but I can tell you this:
Yeah.
in the short amount of time that I did see, I can tell you, I would absolutely book it without a second
You would
thought.
love it. You
Yeah,
would love it.
because I know I would. That's my jam.
This
That's
is the
my
way I
jam.
look at it. It's $474 for two people.
Yep.
They say it's 400, but by the time you put taxes and tips on it, it's $474. But they give you like 10 drinks easily. They start you off with champagne. You can have as much as you
Yeah,
want.
plus probably 10 courses. But that's just down to what you're into, right?
Oh,
That's my jam.
I like the idea. I like the thing that they have a band playing, all that. It's just I'm just not into like caviar and
Why? Have you tried it?
yes, I didn't like it.
Okay.
So
That's
there's things that are on. It's a lot of things. It's just not my thing. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I'm not saying that at all. But a lot of the food options, I just it's not me. But I love other specialty restaurants. I love Hooked on Royal. I love
Agreed.
Chops.
Agreed.
There's a lot of specialty restaurants I really do
I
love.
love Shebang.
Oh yeah, there are people that knock that, but I think it's awesome.
I love Shebang.
I do too. Yes, very much.
And I believe when I cruised on that ship, it was included, but I digress. Tess Almon says people that don't want to cruise usually won't, no matter what you say. I don't even try and talk them into it. You know, the same thing applies for something I'll close out the show with, because it doesn't just apply to cruising. And that's a sad thing about our society, is that when people have some people, a lot of people, make up their mind on a certain subject, it's human nature. There's nothing you're going to say or do that's going to convince people otherwise, no matter how you try. But I digress. Where are we at? What number, Larry?
You're on number 2. It's all you.
Number 2. Another thing that I really like about cruising. Luna, please stop, girl. I'm almost done. I promise. It's been easy for me to this point ad-libbing my answers. But I find myself in this very moment trying to put some thought into what I want to say, and I it's cheesy, but I mean it. It's the ocean. I cannot put, if you've been on a cruise and you've been, whether with your significant other or alone, and it's been a quiet moment, and you step, whether on your balcony or on the Lido in the evening, and look out and hear the waves, the sounds, the rolling of the ship. Stop! And the smells, all of it. It's just, for me, someone as high strung as I am, there's nothing more calming than that familiar feeling. And
it's funny you bring that up. My favorite thing about having a balcony room is when you sail in like winter, just the colder months, so you can sleep with your patio door open with the balcony room.
Yep.
That's, to me, it's like, it's the most relaxing.
Come here, Luna.
It's just an awesome sound. Hearing the waves, the air coming in. I love it. I absolutely love it. I mean, you'll never get that in like July. It's like so hot.
Yeah, you'll never
leave
get
your
it
door
in
open.
Myrtle Beach either.
But if you,
I mean,
yeah,
on
but
the
if you
beach,
sail in like January, February, you can sail with your patio door open all night.
yeah,
You might even get a little chilly, but it's an amazing, amazing feeling. There's no doubt about it.
regardless, when you look over the side of the ship, you're traversing the depths of the ocean as you're doing so, and it's just it's, some people, they express that as a concern as to why they don't want to cruise. I can't see anything. I mean, I have noticed that lately you can't look out your balcony one way or the other without seeing another cruise ship on the horizon. But I mean, it's just
that was
feeling
supposedly
to be able to look down and be like, oh yeah, 100 feet down, and look at it, we're just rolling, we're cruising, and I'm just so fascinated watching the captain, getting us to the port. And I know the pilots do their thing, but the ship, the way it navigates within and gets in there, I can't even park my damn 26-foot Cuddy cruiser into my dock without crashing into something. And the precision with which they do it is just fascinating.
You have trouble getting that thing started.
Well, yeah, that too. Listen, it's not my whole life.
Not to rub it in.
No, but I mean, it was stated right from the beginning. I am cursed.
All right,
it was Larry Brandor. He's just like, Rooster, you're cursed. He's right. It's true. Everything I touch turns to ship, except for.
All right, you ready for number one?
In the bedroom. Oh, what? Yes,
number one.
I'm ready.
You ready? Okay. So, I thought about this long and hard, and I might be the weirdo, but this is what I love about cruising so much. The excitement I get leading up to the cruise.
Yes, that's a good one.
I love knowing I'm going in how many, 2 months, 3 months, a year. And I start investigating. I start looking at the ports. I start looking at things to do. I start, like right now, I go on the Icon in about 3 weeks. I have watched every vlog possible.
Well, God knows there's plenty of them, because they were all kicking each other out of the way to get the footage so they could put that vlog out before the other guy.
Yeah. But I just love the planning, the anticipation. I love like the countdown. I just get so excited about the next cruise.
Yep.
And everything that goes involved.
That's a great one.
Leading up to it. It's just
That's a perfect number one.
Well, I thought some people would look at that and be like, what a dork.
No, it's so
but
true.
But it's like, I swear, like, when I get off a cruise ship, I am like in such a state of depression, I'm almost in tears. Like, I'm going back to my life in St. Louis.
Yeah. Well, how you think I'm going to feel after Bromania? I got nothing.
Well, we got to change that. But so I immediately, if I always have another one planned, I immediately start looking at it, planning for it, looking at the ship. I love it. I love the pre-planning of my next cruise. So that's my number one.
I love it. Daniel Fields.
I love the anticipation.
Absolutely. Me too. It's great. And even in 6 months prior, like, okay, maybe I could use these luggage tags, on Amazon that I found on sale. Let's get some of these. You know what? I could possibly use this weird clip you never know. Let me get these weird. Let me go to the dollar store and buy these.
Wait, hold on.
These shoe
I started
holders
looking
that I
at
can hang off the door in the bathroom to put
yeah,
our stuff in.
and look at weird T-shirts to wear. When we all go to
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, but it's like I started thinking about it as like bromania. So it's like we talk all the time, but we don't see each other. So the anticipation of seeing friends that you've made on cruises that it's coming up, it's just pretty awesome to me.
Wendy Johnstone's here. Hello. She says we're
Hello,
on the
Wendy.
Icon with Larry, and then the Firenze in May. In the second inaugural cruise. How can you have a second inaugural?
Well, we were on the inaugural, and then Carnival. I guess the ship was ready beforehand, so Carnival said we're gonna do a pre-inaugural.
Yep, I gotcha.
To me, I don't care about that. It's like no
Yeah.
big deal to me.
Yeah,
but
everyone's
I can't wait to see
just
them.
like blah, 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 blah. I gotta get the content out. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I get it. YouTube, I totally get it. I'm not in that space, so it's not a priority to me. But I think when you start, you stop enjoying what we've just spent the last 2 hours talking about, and you lose a bit of credibility to me because you're not showing us what you're enjoying. You're showing us what you could get the camera at with enough time to beat freaking, the next blogger. That's all I'm saying, and that's all I'm going to say. But Daniel Field said special shout out to the families of John and Larry for sharing them with us on a holiday and any other day. I can tell you this. With Kelly's parents coming today, she was probably relieved that I had a live stream because I tend to get a little well, put it this way, I don't take it crap from the mother-in-law.
Oh, ooh.
And
who does?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So
I will tell you this. So Daniel brought it up. So, I've really, really been trying diet and exercise. And I told Melissa and a bunch of other people, I heard this chicken and broccoli.
One comment, by the way.
And I saw, and she
and
went
she's
to
gone
bed.
like a fart in the wind.
I know, yeah. Anyway, I said, I'm going to do this chicken and broccoli. I might throw in Brussels sprouts or cauliflower. So I'm golfing today. And she texted me and she's like, are you done? I'm like, no, we got 2 holes left. It's been a long round. And so then I'm like, I'm just kind of like reaching out to her. So nothing really, I didn't really think of much, but I come home, I get done golfing. I said, I'm done. Walk into my condo, and there is a rotisserie chicken with the biggest thing of broccoli on top with a bunch of mixed nuts and then a super, super sweet card.
Oh, that's awesome.
And yes, and I said, I appreciate you supporting me on this new diet.
That's so sweet.
Yes, I thought so.
Oh my God. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it was. That's why she means the world to me. It was like
that's fabulous.
so dorky, but like so cool.
But dorky love is the best love, Larry.
Yeah. But literally, she's like, "Well, you said you're on a chicken and broccoli diet, so that's what I got you."
That is fantastic.
Yeah. So she's awesome.
I got one of those like Lindor chocolate things today when I woke up and got out of bed. It was like shaped like a heart,
Yeah.
And it had a picture of that goat that goes, blah! You know what I'm talking about? And his tongue's all stuck out. Yeah. And it said, "You're the goat."
Oh, how about that? That's nice.
And I said, Thank you. And I told her that I appreciate the special gift, and I had a special gift for her. And that when she got home, I would give her a... I'm not going to say it.
I know what you're gonna say because I said it before.
Well, yeah, we talked about it in the Bromania group.
All right. Well, I know we were late, and I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, Larry. It's my fault.
No. I'm sorry to our viewers, but I appreciate them sticking with us. And
who knows how many people are watching, but those who are, we love you.
Maybe about 4, but I appreciate it and thank you.
Agreed.
Right?
Thank you for watching.
We'll see you next week.
This was the most cruise content show we've ever done, Larry, and it was all your idea, so thank you for that. But I did want to close out the show.
Trying to pull my weight.
Well, you don't even have to worry about that. But I did want to close out the show. I know I posted in the Facebook group about getting called out for liking the halftime show because of someone's politics. And this is how I'm going to close it out tonight.
All right.
If you are the person that is so inclined that your politics defines every post you make, I would ask you to direct your attention to a certain individual in this cruise community who is very, very political. But is smart enough to know that your politics shouldn't define you. And every situation that happens in your life does not have to be related to it. I'm not going to say his name, but I can tell you, we all know him, we all love him, and he's still friends with the people that he knows don't agree with them. You know what I'm saying? He's still friends with them. That's how you're supposed to handle your politics. But I am begging you, from the bottom of my subcockles, to understand that the whole purpose of the algorithm of social media is one simple, single, little thing. And that is to keep you scrolling so that they can feed you the ads that they're getting paid to feed you. So therefore, the longer you stay within their app, the more money they make. People whose politics define them make Facebook a lot of money, and that's fine. I understand that people love their politics, and I have no problem with you posting your opinion. I take issue when your opinion overrides mine because of what you believe, and I'm wrong. Okay? What I'm trying to tell you is not only does that algorithm feed you the posts that you want to see, you know what else it does? It feeds you the opposing view. Do you know why?
Why?
It's because the algorithm knows that you like to engage with people and tell them how stupid they are. And because of that, you stay in the app longer and get fed more ads.
Oh, there we go.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I hear ya.
To reach out to somebody privately and tell them they're stupid for enjoying the halftime show is completely asinine.
I agree.
So
I agree with that.
I blocked the person. They can go cluck themselves. But the stay off my lawn guy has morphed into my political opinions. Because everyone should have a political opinion. Otherwise, nothing ever would happen in this world. I get it. But when you could be friends with people who have opposing opinions, you'll throw that algorithm's program into a blender, and it won't know what to do except feed you cool stuff. But for now, especially with the political thing coming up, we're all going to be fed the stuff we want to see and the stuff we don't want to see, just so that they can make their money. With that, I'll leave you. I'll say goodnight. Don't take any wooden nickels.
Thank you
And,
for viewing. Thank you for